Here we have a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Now this one comes in the high country trim level with 4-wheel drive, black on jet black leather. The powertrain consists of a 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, and then that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This one also has the high country premium package, so we get that sunroof, all-weather floor mats, and then we have the 22-inch wheels. But to the front end here, we get the LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. And I love the front fascia here. It's just so sophisticated, it's so nice, really fitting of the high country nameplate in my opinion. Now again, down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 22-inch painted aluminum. We get passive keyless entry on the front doors, power running boards. Love the wood grain there, power door lock controls, memory seat functions. We get one-touch up and down windows on the front, express down on the back, power folding side mirrors that do have blind spot monitors in them. Bose sound system, bottle holders. I can't stand people that just leave the panic alarm on. Heads-up display controls are there, electronic parking brake, full 4-wheel drive, headlamp controls, and then we do have the drive modes we can go through, so off-road, sport, and normal. Power tilt telescoping steering wheel, hood release there, and again the all-weather floor mats. But here's the power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Now I do want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now this one stickers for $74,575. And I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. We're gonna check out the back seat room. So pretty good space back here. Seat back pockets, both sides. 3-stage heated outboard seats, USB-C, USB-A charge port. The AC vents are there. And there's a look at the front from back here. There's the sunshade for the roof. And then LED lights throughout. This middle seat folds down, bottle holders and a little storage tray for your phone or something in the middle. And then we do have the hooks on either side if you want to hang up your uniform. Child locks, lock, unlock. And then we have the seat we can lift up. We have a little bit of seat storage underneath. And then we have the in-seat storage right in there. There's the fuel filler. And then as we come around to the back, LED tail lamps, integrated dual exhaust. There's a tow hitch there. And there is the spare tire. Now this one does have the Pro tailgate, so you can kind of fold it down and step into it easier. I always like just getting the power tailgate that allows you to power up and down the back, but that's just me. 3-prong 120 there. And then we have the spray-on bed liner. And then as we come around to the rear passenger side, if you have a car seat, your lower anchors are right there sticking out. And then if you need to hook up your top tether, you just hook it into this right behind the seat. And then here we have our power front passenger seat with that 2-way power lumbar as well. Side pockets on both sides, lockable glove compartment, top tray. Like the wood grain there. And then as we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. And mostly covered up there is that 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8. And we're gonna check out the blinkers. But now let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn sound. Now over here to the radio, we do get AM, FM, XM, along with Bluetooth. We get that wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility as well. Google News, we also have access to Google Maps. As for your cameras, you have your front camera, backup camera, and then you have your kind of top-down view from either side. And then on top of that, you have the curbside view, as well as the bed view camera, which is always my favorite to have on a pickup truck. Dual zone automatic climate controls. You can either use the screen there. You have buttons and knobs down below, along with your 3-stage heated cooled seats, a USB-A and a USB-C drive there. And then in your settings, you can go in here. Vehicle settings include team driver, rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, and then you can change your language in the system settings here. You also have a Wi-Fi hotspot. But lane keeping system, parking sensors, auto stop toggle, that's for the tailgate to let that down. Hazards, traction control, all the windows down there. That trailer brake controller, a little bit of storage here, bottle holders. And then for the shifter, just hit the brake, push the button on the side, drive. There's your limiter, and you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel to go through those gears. Neutral, and then pull all the way up while your hand's on the button for reverse. Press P for park there. Center console cubby space includes a wireless charging pad, USB-C and USB-A duo to go to the radio. You have a 3-prong household plug-in right here, and then you have your removable tray. Now for the sunroof, you also have a power sliding rear window, but those controls are all right here. Lights are there, OnStar function, universal home remote. So I'm going to show you a one-touch slide there. Same thing with shutting it. And then we do have a power sliding rear window again. So you just hold that down and then hold it closed. For the rear camera mirror, off, on. There's your vanity mirror. And then left side stalk, blinkers, auto high beams, that button there, washer fluid. And then you have one time and all your intermittent, low, high. And then again, while you're in low gear, you can, or low mode, you can activate these paddle shifters, and they'll show you in that bottom right-hand corner what gear you're in. But left side behind the steering wheel, we can toggle the track list or radio station presets. And behind on the right side, volume up, volume down. We do get adaptive cruise, so we can turn that on or off, and then we can cancel, hold the cancel button to go through the adaptive or regular cruise control here. And you'll get a notification for that. Change the speed there, heated steering wheel toggle, and then the gap adjust for that adaptive cruise. Mute, voice recognition, and then these two arrows in the scroll bar go through the gauge cluster. You can change the units of measurement, what's shown on the gauges, so on and so forth. It's in transport mode though, so we cannot do that now. But right there in the middle, if you look closely, heads up display is there. You can change the info that's shown, and it doesn't dance like that again. That's just how my camera's picking it up. Push button start. Finally, here is the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Silverado 1500 High Country out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Silverado High Country, prefer the 6.2 in this truck. It just has a more deep tone, I think. It feels a bit more aggressive, obviously a bit just quicker in general, but the 5.3 in here is pretty solid, especially if you're trying to save as much money as possible. This is a good option here if you don't go with the Duramax. But the High Country, just right off the bat, you can tell you're in a more sophisticated, nicer truck just with how everything's laid out. The heated cooled seat buttons, the center console here. This feels very premium. And then of course you have these heated cooled seats themselves. But the High Country trim, I like how you have the black, and then you also have the kind of brown accents that really makes the interior pop. I'm gonna slow down a little bit to give it a pull. Not gonna floor it, but gonna give it something. Here we go. So yeah, it's a quick truck. Even with the 5.3 and not having the 6.2, it gets up to speed very nicely. But I want to give one more big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second or third link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new or pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. But sound acoustics are pretty good in here. You can hear the wind noise being deadened just a little bit. Road noise not really noticeable to me at all, even with these 22s, which is great. But it's a nice sounding interior here. It feels very luxurious. And it's just, overall, it's impressive, I think, for a pickup truck, even though it's the top of the line high country. Now, as for the price point here, it's pretty steep, but I mean, it's a high country. Again, this is supposed to be the top of the line vehicle when it comes to a half-ton pickup truck. Of course, you have the Sierra Denali's, the Sierra Denali Ultimate, but in terms of the Chevy version, the high country is the top tier truck to get. And I do think you get quite a lot with this package, along with having that premium package on top of it. Adaptive cruise is always nice. Heated cooled seats is nice. The sunroof is nice. The all-weather liners are great. But I do feel like, and again, this is post-tariffs, post-COVID and all that stuff, I just feel like a dollar doesn't stretch as much as it used to. Almost 75 grand for this truck. We don't even have the 6.2 in it. It's just kind of like, it's annoying, but you know, it is what it is. But, you know, money not really being an issue, this is a really nice truck. It rides good. The interior feels great, feels very premium. I wouldn't necessarily call it a Ram interior, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like the Longhorn Laramie kind of has one up on this. But you know, Ram's always had a really nice interior, especially since redesigning the 1500 in 2019. But Chevy did a good job. It's still having the technology, having the wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility, you know, just the rear camera mirror, power sliding rear window. It's still a nice truck, and I feel like when it comes to the looks of the exterior, Chevy's still top dog when it comes to that. Maybe tied with Ram, but certainly I think a better looking truck than the F-150. It's all my opinion though. But again, for 75 grand, you do get quite a bit when it comes to amenities, and then you still have a pretty capable pickup truck with your four-wheel drive, close to 9,000 pounds towing capacity. So you have all that. Well, with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 High Country.